Uh, Hi, this is Noki here. I'm doing something a little different than what I normally do today and just do a rambling review of a book I just read and didn't really like. It just left me, I don't know what's the word, annoyed enough to want to make something about it without spending more time digging into it and reading it. The book is A Mark on My Soul, written by Jordan Green. It is a gay young adult romance novel, and it just has a lot of issues in my mind that I think are interesting. Like, I don't think it's a terrible book. I don't think it's a good one, but the problems it has are more interesting than a lot of just like outright awful romance novels are. Let me give you the back of the book description right now. Noah Andrews hates to lie, but that's exactly what his life is, one big lie. At least that's how he feels as a nerdy, closeted, gay high school senior in a suburban North Carolina town. But after months of fretting and hiding behind his quotes, Noah finally does it. He comes out to the world and realizes he has had nothing to fear after all. With his lies behind him, Noah is ready to take on his new future. On the same night, Noah gets a message from an anonymous boy with a crush on him, and all his dreams begin to come true. But is Noah truly ready for what life has planned for him? So, that is what happens, I guess. It really is hard to describe this book in a back of the book summary, and that is honestly one of the big problems I have with it. Here is what happens in the book. Noah is gay. He comes out to his friends and parents and then the world. He gets an email from a secret admirer. He flirts with the secret admirer. Turns out the secret admirer is his friend Parker. They start secretly dating. Noah accidentally lets loose that they're dating to his boss at the cafe he's started working at. They fight. They make up. They go camping with Noah's brother. Noah's brother and his girlfriend get hit by a car. Noah's brother's girlfriend dies. Parker gives Noah the gift of a painting, which forms the cover art, and the promise to come out on New Year's so they can be openly together. Parker's parents are homophobic, and to make Parker go to church quote-unquote counseling. Parker is depressed. Parker commits suicide. Noah goes to Parker's funeral. Parker's dad apologizes to Noah and gives Noah a personalized suicide note. I could have worded that better in my notes. It's like a final letter to Noah from Parker. Noah goes to Parker's grave to proclaim his eternal love, and then the book ends on a page with phone numbers for the Trevor Project and the National Suicide Prevention Hotline. So that's a lot, and it takes a very sudden turn into tragedy in the back half. In honestly what is like the last quarter of the book, I feel like the back of the book summary, the front of the book cover, anything set up in the first, like, half of the book does not properly prepare you for the sudden tragic turn of things. And that is one of my major problems with it. It has no real consistency to anything. No real consistent tone or theme. The first quarter of the book is about Noah coming out. The second quarter of the book is about Noah and Parker falling in love. The third quarter of the book is about the relationship troubles between Noah and Parker, and the fourth quarter is the tragedy. And while that does seem like it would be a good plot for a book, the rise and fall of this tragedy, the book never foreshadows this. The death of Noah's brother's girlfriend is sudden and out of left field, and it's over within 2 chapters, within like 15 pages. It's never really mentioned again, even when it would make sense to, because like Noah and his brother never commiserate over the death of their significant others, which you'd think that would be a major moment for both characters, but it just feels like the death of Noah's brother's girlfriend is just quote-unquote foreshadowing, and it just really doesn't feel right. And again, it is that thing where everything is moving too fast. It feels like the theme park version of a romance novel. Nothing is really lingered on. So many tropes of romance novels are thrown in that I am surprised there is not a quote-unquote thick episode during it. Towards the beginning of the book, it's established that a girl has a crush on Noah, but it never really makes any impact on the story whatsoever. I actually do kind of like that random bit of characterization for a character who is ultimately really unimportant. One of the things I really like about the book is the first half. Honestly, the first half is just really good. And that's because the first half feels like a romance told via slice of life bits, where it's just like, it's their everyday life. This is helped by the chapters being the dates everything is happening on. And I also like the romance between Noah and Parker. It is really believable and enjoyable, especially when they're still stuck in the secret admirer email phases. But one of the other problems I have with the book is, like, the actual writing. When it comes to describing Parker, Noah normally just goes for his eyes and his butt. He is always going off about Parker's hazelnut, chestnut, deep brown, glistening brown eyes, and he's always talking about wanting to touch Parker's butt like he's Tina Belcher.
Everyone began to touch each other's butts. Omar touched Jocelyn's butt. Chad the zombie touched the butt of that girl with the frosted hair from my art class. I think her name is Christy.
Just another random weird thing I noticed is that these kids are all high schoolers. They're high school seniors, but they're 18, and you'd think that, oh, they just turned 18 during their senior year. No, Noah has his birthday in December or November, and he turns 19. I think this might just be because the author is uncomfortable about talking about teens having sex, but it is just such a weird thing for the book. I guess that's my thoughts on the book. I don't really have anything else to say. I don't think it's good. I don't think it's awful. I just think it's really weird and could have used another draft or two. See you around.